So obviously we all know you can connect an Xbox, PS4, whatever controller to your Tesla, but there is a wireless way to do it too that's really painless, and no one likes wires, so let's see how to do it. When I started experimenting with one of these guys here, I thought that it might just connect through Bluetooth, and that's not the case. Tesla will see it, but you won't be able to actually connect or do anything with it. It just shows as a device. So what you're going to need is one of these guys. You're going to need this. It's called 8-bit do. 8-bit do. 8-bit do. Do. It's called 8-bit do. How about that? We'll go with that. It looks like this. It looks like a little Mario block. You can use it on lots of different platforms. So you can use it on Android, you can use it on Windows, Mac, and it's meant to be a universal connector, USB connector, to wirelessly connect your devices, your controllers, to whatever system you're using at the time. I'm going to make sure to include a link to this little jobber down in the description so you can take a look. One thing you're going to want to do once you get it though is plug it into your PC or Mac, and make sure to, by the way, if you have a Mac, you can use something like one of these little cables here that have a USB-C on one side and a USB-A on the other side, and you can just connect this to this side and plug this side into your Mac if you need to. But when you do connect it to your computer to update it, just go to the website, which I'll again link below, and you'll want to make sure you update the firmware on it, because it's really important to make sure it includes all devices and all capabilities. The other really important thing you're going to want to do is to make sure that after you update the firmware, in order to get it so Tesla actually sees it and lets you use it as a controller, you're going to have to do a little bit of a mode change. The mode change is changing it to something called X input. It's really simple to do that. It actually says it right in the manual, but you're going to do select plus up on the D-pad for 3 seconds. So the select button on a Xbox controller is, I believe, this guy right here. This is the start button, the menu button. But you're going to want to do up on the D-pad, and that at the same time you're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and that should flip it over to X input. That's the only time you have to do it. You don't have to do it again after that. So for Model Y owners, you're going to have either a USB-C or USB-A port, obviously, to work with. You'll be able to plug in this little guy here right into the USB-A port. For those that have the newer center console with USB-C, you're going to want to use that dongle that I mentioned before that I'll have linked below too. It's a USB-C to a USB-A on the end, and this will connect into that, and this USB-C side can go right into your port. And as a side note, with game controllers in Tesla, I've tried both PS4, Xbox, PS5 controller. I find that the Xbox controller is the best because it actually shows the correct mappings in the game that you're playing. For example, in Cat Quest, which is awesome, by the way, I love it. So much fun. If you use an Xbox controller there, you'll actually see the A, B, Y, X buttons. You'll see these buttons as options. So if you use a PS4 controller, you won't see those, or at least you won't see the PS4 buttons or the PlayStation buttons. We will plug this in here. And it's really hard to see, but there is a tiny LED light at the end of it that is ever so subtle. It's going to be really hard to see at the daytime, but it doesn't matter. What you're going to do though is there's a little button right there that you're going to press right on the side. And to connect your Xbox controller, you're going to press this button here, which is on the Bluetooth version of the controller, which you're going to need for this, by the way. Press that. See the Xbox logo spazzing out. And if you don't feel the vibrate that it connected yet, you can always give this button back here another press. And once it does connect, sometimes it takes like 10 seconds, 20 seconds to find it. It will vibrate. I don't know if you saw that subtle blue, but it gave me a little vibrate there. And the X is lit, which means it is good to go and ready to play. Let's take a look, see how that looks. Start up a little Cat Quest. So if you press on the game, you will see this play game there if your controller is correctly connected. If it's not connected, it'll say plug in a game controller into one of the USB ports in the vehicle to play, because it doesn't detect anything. So I'm going to put the controller back in. There we go. So as you can see, I've got the wireless going here. No wires, no wires. Let's hit play game. Okay, there we go. So you see in the lower left, it says B. So that's B obviously mapping to the Xbox B. And it won't change to, if you have a PS4 remote connected, it will not change to look like the PS4 button for that. And that B in the lower left-hand corner will not change to be a different controller mapping if you have a PS4 controller connected, for example. But it's all good. It works beautifully, connects, there's no lag, and you don't need any wires, which is so awesome. A little tip though, do keep a wire in your car. So do keep a USB plug in your car so you can charge your controller when you're just driving around or whatever. I just keep it plugged in when I know it gets low. But the great thing about Xbox controllers is that they hold charge really, really well. Unlike, not bashing PlayStation, but unlike PlayStation 4 controllers, these controllers last a really long time. All right, everyone, thank you so much for watching. Again, I hope this tip was helpful for you. It's very simple, very easy, and cheap. I've got all the links you need down below. And of course, if you like this, just drop a like, please, and subscribe. It helps the algorithm, and it also helps me what to focus on going forward. So thanks again. We'll see you next time. Apparently, my sister in Cat Quest got catnapped, so I got to go find her. See you later.